Alright, sorry I've been gone for a little while, guys, but I'm going to be back today. I have the AMT John Cushman Plymouth Duster. This is a 75 Plymouth Duster that is a short track late model sportsman car. See, it's got some really neat box art for what it is. And if you guys know me on a personal level or you watch these videos, you know that I'm not a fan of anything that AMT makes, but some of these oddball ones that the other people tool, I'm willing to give them a try. But AMT on the general, it's not something usually that I buy. However, this will be what's in the box. Alright, first off, it's kind of a neat feature that I've never seen until this model. It comes with a little picture book. It's got an article about Jim Cushman himself. Pictures of the actual raced car, pictures of it on the track, which I find to be neat. Excuse me. I don't know why they don't do this for more, race car kits, like back when they used to make a lot more NASCAR kits. But it's a neat little book. It comes inside of the box. It has a cool little car. Alright, anyway, now on to the body, what you get with the body. As far as AMT standards are concerned, this thing is really clean. I mean, you can see a little bit of flash there, and you've got your safety supports that run across there, window braces. But as far as flash in a true AMT sense is concerned, this it's very, very minimal, but then again, this is a brand new release, and it was probably just tooled very recently, so the molds aren't worn out yet. But I like the big wide fender flares on the front. I think that looks kind of neat. Now, moving on over here, you've got your hood and some roll cage components. Looks like a fuel cell. Not exactly sure what those are yet. I haven't looked at the directions. Then you move over into the interior bucket. It looks nice. It's not like some of the race car kits where you buy them and they've got two seats, because race cars don't have two seats. But anywho, and then it's got detail on the bottom there as well. A little bit of flash down here by my pinky and thumb that you can see, but it's overall pretty decent quality. And that hood, I don't know, man. That's one of the coolest hoods I've seen in a while. And on to the chassis of the car, in which it's interesting that comes separate. I mean, you can tell that it's been back halved with a piece of a tube chassis, but anybody who knows a Mopar will know this is a unibodied car, and it's not actually going to have a frame. All that's molded into the floor pan itself, but it's a model kit, so it's going to be what it is. Yeah, there's some flash over there, kid. I got my kid sitting over here with me today. Hi! Moving on to roll cage assembly, more of it. Some more supports, things. We're getting to the flash, folks. It's AMT. We're getting there, I promise.
Yes.
Now, on over here, the slotted mags that were real popular in the 70s. My dad had a set of those on a 76 Plymouth. No, it was a Dodge Aspen, excuse me, that he had. I don't know. There's a certain amount of nostalgia involved in that style of wheel, at least for me.
Flash, all that flash.
Yeah, and flash, lots of flash. Then it's got this. It's got a neat rear end assembly. Looks like probably the front roll pan over here. Some more. There's the exhaust probably. Your drive line, looks like that's probably going to be an oil pan, and of course the shocks, your battery, the front suspension components. Now, over to the flash. Leaf springs.
We don't like flash.
No, we don't like flash, do we, kid? Exhaust components. You've got your front spindle there that I'm going to have to whittle out of the flash. That's going to be a good time.
Yes.
Four-wheel disc brakes. Looks like a tie rod assembly. But, I mean, it could be worse. It is AMT. It is round 2. If anybody else has bought the World War II Jeep, this thing is immaculate compared to it. Onto your racing seat, firewall, side roll cage supports, some more roll cage supports. This thing's got a lot of roll bar in it. It'll be interesting to see.
Oh.
And on to
The engine.
yes, ma'am. It's got a small block Mopar that says 355 on the box. Given the year, it's either a D-stroke 360 or a stroke 340. I would say that it's probably a stroke 340. Typical small block Mopar. Suspension components. You got. Looks like it might be the timing cover under there. I haven't looked at the directions yet. And you got your belt assembly. Now, this is kind of this is crap. I saw this. Excuse me. I saw this, and that to me, that's crap. The carburetor is molded to the intake manifold, and I realize there's ways that I mean, you can detail that till you're blue in the face, but it's molded to the to the intake, and I'm not a fan of things being molded together. I mean, it wouldn't have taken much to separate that and just add another piece on the sprue here, but it'll be hidden underneath the air cleaner assembly anyway. But
Nice, it has like seatbelts.
yeah, it has seatbelts.
Yeah.
On to the chrome.
Beautiful.
Chrome is nice. It's got
Shiny.
the spoilers built into. If you look at it from this direction, you can see you've got the rear panel assembly and the spoiler molded into it. Which, again, that could have and should have been 2 pieces, but it's chrome, and chrome doesn't glue together. I mean, you know, it doesn't glue together so well, so I can understand if you're going to chrome it, make it 1 piece. Onto the grill with the headlight delete. And over to, haven't taken the tires out yet, because it doesn't really, everybody's seen these tires. These are pretty much standard issue, same tires that you would get in any NASCAR kit. Goodyear's.
Windows.
Onto the windows.
Everybody likes windows.
Yes, they do. I prefer Windows to Apple. How about you? Aha. And onto the windows, of course. Just front and the back. They got no side glass. Should be alright. Something that I failed to show because it fell off the tree. A neat little dashboard. Gauges built into it. Looks just like your basic rolled sheet metal dash.
We like decals.
And then over to the decals.
Beautiful.
Excuse me.
American flag.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
This guy was a Air National Guard recruiter, in a sense. They sponsored him, and he was all over Ohio with those on the side of it. He was a rolling recruitment station, as the side of the box says, with those. But that's a neat decal. I don't really like decals, but I'm probably going to end up building this one just like it is on the box, just because of how cool it is and because of the nostalgia of what this car was and what it is. Now, can you grab the directions from over there? And on to the directions. See, the very basic engine assembly, engine mounting plate, exhaust oil pan. Not exactly sure what that is. Almost looks like a stand to put it next to it, but maybe that's some sort of a motor mount. We'll see once we get there. And onto the roll cage assembly. Looks like it goes together fairly well, but we don't know until we start trying to fit it. Fire extinguisher, wheel assembly. The rest of the interior assembly, which looks to be a tangled mess, to be honest with you, but
It does.
it should be alright.
Kind of looks like my room.
Kind of looks like your room. Yeah, that it does. And onto the frame assembly and all the rear suspension, front suspension that goes with it. And for the safety net, of course, they want you to use thread. That's going to be a blast. And onto the final assembly. I'm pushing quite a few things that I've got on my desk from some of the other what's in the box videos that I've done. I'm pushing them aside because I'm really excited about this kit. It's not very often that you get a actual period correct Mopar race car.
For cheap.
Well, and yeah, I got this one for cheap as well. But just a mid-70s Mopar race car is not something that you ever even see when you go to the track, let alone in a kit. Damn it. Every time I do these videos, man, my throat. Anywho, it's going to be a neat kit, and my daughter and I are going to work on this weekend. She's got her 64 Dodge Lindbergh Maverick that she's going to finish up this weekend, and I'm going to probably start on this one, if not tonight, in the morning after we go out looking for junk at yard sales. So I don't have enough junk. I got to buy other people's junk too.
Yay.
So anyway,
Junk.
I hope that this was informative, and that you will go out and you will spend the money on this kit so that they continue to produce it, because if people don't buy this kit, they're not going to produce it, and in 15 years it'll be an $80 kit because nobody bought it. And us Mopar guys don't want to have to spend $80 on an AMT Chinese kit, so please go out and buy these in numbers, in quantity, so that they continue to make this, and it isn't just a limited run kit, and I didn't just waste a bunch of money opening the box and opening the bags because, you know, I'll never be able to find another one. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, join my model car group on Facebook if you haven't already. It's Nobody's Model Car Group. And stay tuned. There will be more videos this weekend. Thank you.